Okay, so this is Lakka 2.3.2 with Retroarch 1.8.4. This came out in January 2020, so it's very new. Someone had asked me to try DosBox, and I've tried it with various different games, and it wasn't great results, to be honest. It's a bit slower. Well, it's a lot slow, even on very basic games. So you can see this is really low res. I have played around with the settings. I've gone through all sorts of different things, and whatever I try, the update of the screen is slow and it's a bit laggy, so it's not ideal. So I'll just show you how this runs. You can see I've played it already a little bit. So this is Action Cross, which is the prequel to Elastomania. Elastomania was a really good game on PC that I used to play back in the day. You can see it takes a while. I cut out a bit there. So as I move, it is very slow and it really struggles, even with this really basic graphics. So let's quit out of that, and so the menu works all right. There you go. Quit out of that. Type in exit. Oh, without an E. Exit. And let's show you how it runs on Raspbian, because I downloaded several games to try this out because I figured it was bound to work. But obviously it needs some sort of optimization. If you've got any tips, if you know any settings that rapidly speed up DosBox, I'd appreciate it, and I'll have a look at it again. But for now, I'm going to quit out of this and I'm going to go into Raspbian because it actually works really well in that. And by the way, this was overclocked to 2 gigahertz as well. Okay, so this is one of my older installations of Raspbian from an SSD, and it works really well. I've got all sorts of things on here. Now, I've copied over the folder from, it's basically a Retropie USB stick, and this is PC data. And you can see in there's a few games that are all unzipped, and when you look in there, you're looking for the exe file, and basically if you double click the exe file, it will launch in DosBox. It just picks it up on its own. And to install DosBox, you go into, very, very simple, go into Add Remove Software and do a search for DosBox. Nothing fancy. And obviously the good thing about installing apps within Raspbian, when it comes up on this, pretty much they all work because they are designed to work with the Raspberry Pi or altered or tested or whatever. But there you can see that's the only one I've installed. So let's quit out of that and jump into the PC data folder. So Action Cross, which I tried before. Now, I haven't played around with it enough, but this comes up in a small window, as you can see. And I can do Alt-Enter to go, it basically just keeps the same size, but it gets rid of all the background, but I'm not worried about that. So, let's hit return. Go into the same game as I had before. Obviously in RetroArch, the other test, it was running in full screen and this isn't, so that's going to make some difference, but I don't think that's everything. This game runs fine in this, and it does. This is the speed that it's meant to play, because when you actually do all your tilting and everything, you'll find that you see it moves quite fast. But this, I've always really liked Elastomania and gravity games, physics games. This sort of style of game is something I really enjoy. And I used to download loads of shareware and freeware demos on PC years ago. So I'll play the next level. Oh, this looks a bit more like it, that. So I just like, it's just a nice relaxed kind of game to play. And obviously you've got to be conscious of your angles. Oh, do I go beyond it and down? Probably. And you can spin around with the space bar. Doesn't look like there's anything behind me. And sometimes in the later levels you've got to do jumps over spikes and things like that. Oh, there you go. Even in this level. There you go. Nice and gentle. Do a little 180 up here, that. And back over. Oh, it's close. Oh, and there's one beyond it, look. So I've got another one here. You can see on the map below. That's a bigger jump. Another bit of skills here, that. 180. And let's go with a little backflip over there. There you go. So that's Action Cross. That runs really well. I can quit out of that just by clicking on the X Let's go back in the folders and Aladdin. Now I'm going to turn up the volume for this because the sound is really, I mean, if you've got headphones on especially you'll notice this, but even on this stereo TV the sound really sort of spreads itself apart. Sounds really nice. So let's give it a bit of volume. There you go, I'll turn that down, don't want a copyright strike for that. So, start demo. Now, I'm not entirely sure of the buttons on this. I think it was space to jump. It doesn't run at full speed, but it runs all right. Well, I think it doesn't run at full speed. I'm guessing it doesn't. Press and hold for a longer jump. Oh, it's not control. Oh, and it's not alt either. What is it then? Oh, it's whatever that was. Control. Oh yeah, it is control. So control is that. Alt throws an apple. And my fingers aren't wide enough to do that. Oh. Get off. Stuck. He's not going to fare very... Oh, the buttons. I just pick up the controller. I don't think it's working with the controller. No, the controller's not configured. Some of these DOS games, the controller is configured and it works fine. So let's jump over that and just get me swat. Oh, I don't even need my sword. I've got another control here. Let's try that. Oh, you can see this. Look, what the camel's doing. I don't know if it's strange how it's so low on the screen because you can't see what's going on. But I guess it is how the game was. Oh, look out for the pops. Anyway, you get the idea of that. As I say, it runs a bit slow. I haven't played around with these to see if I can get them more optimized. And this is running, this is overclocked to 2 gig as well. So that's Aladdin. Old 03, which is a bit like Donkey Kong. So again, we've got jump. And the barrels can come down the ends, or they can come down the ladders, as you can see there. And I like a bit of Donkey Kong. Oh, what happened there? How did I miss that? What? What am I doing wrong there? There's nothing you can go on there. What? What am I missing here? It definitely looks like that's the way you would go. Can't get up any higher. Okay, I'm going to leave that because I don't know how to do that. So the website I got these DOS games from was dosgames.com, and it's all sort of freeware and shareware games and some demos and things like that. So if I go to DOS Games, I think it'll probably come up, yeah. And I was just clicking the random key. There's a little random key, random game. And it just comes up with loads of suggestions. But there was one that I noticed the other day that I thought might be worth looking at, which was Dark Forces. I don't know if it comes under that. It's a Star Wars game. And I thought it looked pretty decent and it had some quite good reviews on it. God, Descent, I used to play that. Like a 3D spaceship going through like a Doom graphics. Oh, Tomb Raider's in there, look. That's probably worth a look as well. So let's go with Tomb Raider as well. So just download the game. Whoop. That'd be interesting to see if I need to do anything to that. I suppose let's just put it in. Let's put it on the desktop for now, and I'll unzip it in a minute. So yeah, it's got quite a good review on there. So let's download that one as well. Is that done? They obviously don't take very long at all. So we've got Tomb Raider here. So let's create a new folder. Call it Tomb. Extract files, and we'll look for that folder. So desktop, PC data, tomb, and open. Extract. There you go. So that's how we need it to look, and it's tomb.exe will be the file that we're going to need. So let's do the same for Dark Forces. Let's try it a different way. Extract to, go to desktop, PC data. Let's create a new folder in here. Yeah, we can do that. I'm going to call it start, create, open, and extract. So let's see how that looks. So let's go back to the PC data folder. So we've got start. Oh, we've got a folder within a folder there. So let's, some of these DOS names need to be a lot shorter. So let's just call that, let's just call it dark then. And we'll drag that into the PC data folder. Get rid of that star one. And let's see how star works, see how the dark folder works. And yeah, there's a demo.exe in there, which is probably the one to start it. You also get a configuration file as well sometimes, so look out for that in case something's not working. Okay, so let's try Tomb Raider first. I tried it just now, and if I've got a controller plugged in, it's continually going right on the menus and it doesn't let you do anything. So I've unplugged the controller. I'm just going to have to use keys, which is not ideal on this, and I'm sure there is a way of configuring it. So as you can see, it moves a bit slow, but it does work. Shift, Control. I've got another video of this running, oh there we go, so Alt is jump, in a web browser, and it works particularly well in that, considering it's running in a web browser. In fact, it looks better than this and runs better than this. You can see this is a little bit too full on. Can't seem to jump out of the way. Yeah, so it's not really playable. So Tomb Raider, even on lower settings, isn't particularly good on this, but then it is being emulated, so it kind of makes sense. We've also just put on Star Wars, so let's go for demo.exe. Oh, look at that. Run Dark Forces demo, reconfigure sound card, make boot disk. Those were the days. I'm glad I don't have to do that now. So run Dark Forces demo. And I got a mouse plugged in for this bit because it's a first-person shooter. Unfortunately, it's using cursors, not AWSD, but it still plays all right. So you click in the box, and then that puts your mouse in the DosBox system. And you can see it looks very much like Doom. I don't know what strafe is. Oh, it might be right. No, it's not right click. I thought it was going to be right click. The controls are a bit weird. And I've got it on a funny surface, so it's not ideal. But you can see it runs at a reasonable speed. Oh, someone's talking to me. I'm pressing the shift button instead of up. Stop where you are. There you go. So that runs a lot better than Tomb Raider. Oh, is there a jump key? Might be a jump key. But I'll leave that. So let's go for something else. So 6 for quit. And if I type in exit, it will come out of that. So another world next, or out of this world as it's called on this demo. Now weirdly this works with a controller, but the controls are a bit messed up and I couldn't see a way of configuring it. Maybe there is, but it's got a very nice cinematic intro. Very hard game, really high level of difficulty, but really enjoyable. And I think these graphics were great at the time. So it's a long cinematic intro, but really good intro, really sets the mood for the game. Here we are, so we are swimming up from our desk. I've got to try and familiarise myself with the controls. See that guy top right? I need to look out for him. So shift is kick, but also shift is run. So I can run or walk. See that tentacle coming out? And jump is up. So you can run and jump as well. So here, let's go back and let's run in and jump. There we go. That went all right. And oh, I was kicking. And you can see this is how quick you can die. So you literally get one scratch and that's it. So it is really difficult. Oh, that went well. Oh. That's better. Oh, look out. Right, this is the ridiculous bit because now, I can't believe it. I was pressing jump rather than run. Now you've got to run back and do it all over again. So I'm getting a bit more, I'm being able to do it more frequently. So let's keep trying. And you can't just stand there and keep, oh, gosh, it is so difficult. Right, turn around and get running. But this, so you have to, at speed, oh, that worked. How did he catch me? Oh, I didn't think I was going slow there. Okay, so rather than play this for ages, although it is good fun, and I'd rather it was working on the controller, but as I say, the controller's mapped a bit strangely. So what you would do is when he's running after you, you run this way, you jump, you swing back, and then you're past him. But as you can see, that takes a bit of doing. Oh, that's an easy one. Oh, there you go. Anyway, so let's try another game. But that is great. Just really, really good. Prince of Persia is something that works with the controller. So I don't have to use the keyboard for this. Here we go, Prince EXE. So I've got a wired Xbox controller plugged in. And it's the analog stick, which surprised. For some reason I just thought it would be the digital stick. So we can drop down. If I go this way, there's a sword guy. So I haven't got a sword yet. So I've got to go back and up. And this was released on so many platforms. Oh, I've got to get there. There we go. Oh no, I've got to get the other. Oh, no. Okay, so you get the idea of Prince of Persia, but it plays perfectly well. I'm pleased with that. So go back, and I've got 2 more games. I'm going to end on Textris because I thought that was, again, I like to try and find something that's a little different, not the usual thing that you'd find. This game, now, there was a game on the Amiga called, I think it was Gravity Power, which was similar to this. Now this is like a thrust style game, and I really like thrust style games, although this, so you can bump in to the side and it doesn't seem to affect you. I don't see any level changing, but you've got a fire like this. Yeah, not good. Right, so, and you've got to get to some sort of exit. So let's go down here. I don't think you have to kill everything that's on there. But I'm surprised they didn't make this, that you couldn't touch the sides. because a lot of the thrust games are like that, where you really can't touch the sides because then you'll just blow up. So here you can see bottom right there is it shows you where all the things are. So I don't know what, some things are orange, you can see there. So there's a B. I don't know what B is. Oh, I need to go down a bit. It's quite difficult because the thrust inertia stops quite quickly. Oh yeah, I can get rid of all these. Oh, he's still going. So it's got a bit of like an asteroids thing to it, but there's obviously the other dimension of the whole going through mazes and things. Right, that says B, but I don't. Oh, see, I'm not being too careful because I know I can touch the sides, although probably in later levels you probably can't. Simply shoot them everywhere. Oh. Oh gosh. So, yeah, I still don't know what the B's are. I guess I'm looking for that blue exit that I had before. I'm using cursor keys again. This would be much nicer. I haven't tried the controller. No, the controller doesn't work. What's down here? This might be. Oh, it's quite difficult. Oh. Oh, I think I destroyed that green thing with my rocket. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there because rather than show you all of it, but yeah, I was pretty impressed with that. Something a little different, and it's good to try that random thing on the DOS Games website. So the last one, I don't think I've ever seen this before. This is Textris, and what happens in it, it's basically Tetris, but you've got to make words, and it's 3-letter words or more. And so basically, you know, N could be somewhere near the end of a word maybe, so I'll pop that over there. An I before an N would be quite common. Let's go with that. Let's go. Oh, we got Ranlet. And if you get a blank tile, just type the letter that you want it to be. So, oh, let's hope we get an E. Oh, it lets me have Lin anyway. And obviously as time gets on, you get more letters. You can go across, or you can go, well, horizontally or vertically. So let's go with that. I wonder if you can have the same one twice. But it's quite interesting because it's just the way it does. Oh, Z. No, I don't want Z at the end, do I really? I'm going to put it. No, that's not going to help. I'm going to put it there. Oh, I need an I, don't I? Oh, and I've got one. So R could go with T. Yeah, I quite like it. I quite like this on mobile. About there. And maybe about there. Oh, no, I didn't really. Is rat a word? Yeah, everything through that seems to be a word. Oh, J's not ideal. Let's go with that. Mind you, I don't know how I'm going to get rid of that. Oh. Fee works. Mez. No. Oh. Meze. Oh. There you go. So you get the idea. And I wanted to show you a blank because it comes up with a blank every now and then. and I keep trying to do them horizontally, whereas maybe I should concentrate more on vertically as well. Yeah, so like now, oh, joke. There we go. It does. It makes you think as it's coming down. Wave, maybe that might come. Oh, I didn't really want that. It's funny because if you speed up a letter coming down, it seems to affect the next one as well. Anyway, let's leave it at that. But I really thought that was something a little bit different. So I hope you like the DOS games. I'll try it again on Retroarch, or if anybody's got any advice on how to make it faster, that'd be interesting. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.